Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on three different sci-fi movies. The first is called Don't Feed the Children, a Tubi original. Then there's Xeno, and finally there's Star People. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. A lot of these movies remind me of old Star Trek episodes, but just done really, really poorly. So this one in particular, this is called Don't Feed the Children. And the premise is, it exists in a world in which a bunch of adults got infected by something and they all died, and the children were left behind. And then the children were forced to flee lest, I don't know, I think they're hunting them? It's not quite clear. From director Destry Allen Spielberg? Is this Spielberg's kid? Anyhow, they eventually end up at a farmhouse where this woman runs the place. And she says, oh, I'm not supposed to take in children, but then she takes them in anyway, and then drugs them, and now they're her prisoners. So it turns into a completely different movie. The sci-fi stuff goes kind of out the window. This literally just could have been a group of teenagers in a car who stop at a house, and then a weird lady takes them in. So they're looking for these kids. I'm not sure if they're looking for them to kill them or whatever. But Juan, what's his name? Esposito is in it. Gus from Breaking Bad as some sort of sheriff. I don't think he's in it long. I think it mostly focuses on the kids and the crazy woman. But it basically just turns into a crazy woman, capture movie where she obsesses over one of the girls because I think it looks like her daughter. And then I think she murders them. I think. And I want to say she eats them, but I'm not sure if that's the case. It's a weird movie. Too many elements right out the gate, I'll say. First act, they set up this world where a bunch of adults died of infection, and for some reason the kids are being hunted and they have to flee. So they flee, and somehow they're not caught, and they end up at a farmhouse. And it just so happens to be run by this psychotic woman who takes them in and holds them prisoners. Second act, they're trying to escape. I'm not sure to where. And I think she's killing them one by one. I think. It's kind of unclear. I'm not sure what she's doing. Maybe she's torturing them or forcing them to work. Or is she eating them? I don't know. But she becomes more obsessed with one of the girls. Wants to be her mom. And Gus comes by and nearly blows the whole thing. I'm not sure how the disease actually worked. Why it only impacted one town and why these kids had to flee doesn't really ring true to me in any sci-fi sense or normal sense. And then the end is they end up fighting her and they kill her, I'm gonna assume, or she falls down a mine shaft or something like that. It's an odd movie, but it's on Tubi, so it's free. I don't recognize any of the actors. After a deadly viral outbreak, a group of orphans flee in search of a new life, only to be taken hostage by a woman hiding a sinister secret. So I guess you could say that the entire world has changed. But why would they hunt down the children? I don't really get that part. So it's confusing. Seems convoluted. I wonder where this will end up on my list. All right, the next movie is called Xeno, about a girl who befriends an alien, and then the alien is hunted by the government. It's kind of like E.T., except the alien's very, very scary. And the girl seems to have no reason to. Is Kevin Hart in this? Oh, he produced it. Weird. So, I think the alien bonds with her somehow with alien powers and doesn't eat her, but looks like it could eat her. But the girl has to tell the alien not to eat her friend. So that's not a good sign that the alien's good, but the government's hunting it. And she saves it somehow, I think. Or maybe Xeno dies defending the girl. I don't know. September 19th. It looks very derivative. It's got elements of E.T. And she seems to be super into the alien. There it is. I don't know if you can see it on the right there. I mean, there it is there. You can kind of see it. It's a big, monstrous looking thing. I'm not sure what the statement is with this movie. Because the girl seems to love the alien unconditionally. So, first act, she's, I don't know, a girl who doesn't have a lot of friends, I guess. Goes out into the desert after a meteor hits and then finds this alien, becomes friends. The government's looking for it, and another dude encountered one before, and I guess he killed it, but not before the other alien killed somebody else, I'm guessing. And so they're hunting it, and then it's about the girl trying to protect the alien, and wacky things happen. It feels like it's trying to be very sentimental, like E.T., except the alien looks kind of scary. I'd be like, oh, let me get out of here. And she saves the alien at the end, I guess. Here's the write-up. A teenager makes a terrifying extraterrestrial her friend after it crashes in a nearby desert. The youngster manages to deal with her sad mother and mother's violent boyfriend while simultaneously protecting her dangerous new buddy. It's a very strange mix of elements. Confusing. If it was a comedy, oh yeah, I'd be all over this. You could make this hilarious. She loves the alien, and the alien's clearly on the verge of eating her, but for some reason it won't. And then it like brutally murders all her enemies at her behest, something like that. And then at the end, she maybe saves it, or it escapes back to space, but she always miss it, even though the alien actually hated her. That could be a hilarious movie, or at least a sketch. And finally, as Star People, this is another very sentimental movie, more like Close Encounters, about a girl who saw UFOs as a young girl with her brother or friend, and now she spends her time looking for UFOs, the same UFOs, which she simultaneously keeps finding in this trailer and then is looking for. I don't know, somebody wants to pay her. They throw in illegal aliens in the mix for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then at the end, I guess she goes away with the aliens? I guess? I don't know. The movie doesn't make much sense in the trailer. Who did this thing? Written, produced, and directed by Adam Finberg. Yeah, I don't like this one either. I don't really like any of these movies. So 3 sci-fi movies. First act on this one. She's always wanted to find the UFOs she saw as a child. She's always looking for them. She gets word they're in this desert. She goes there. Other people see it. Eventually she stumbles upon them. She's closer than ever. It's like a whole chase thing. And then finally at the end of the movie, she gets taken in by the aliens. I don't know why. It's not very clear. Yeah, I have no interest in any of these movies, but man, how do you rank them? Oh boy. I mean, really, Please Don't Feed the Children is a horror movie. It's not a sci-fi movie. I mean, there are sci-fi elements to it, but the other two, I mean, there's been so done. Both versions of this movie. Oh man. Oh boy. I don't know. I gotta put this one on the bottom. I mean, at least for the trailer. There just doesn't seem to be anything to it. It's billed as a sci-fi thriller, but I saw nothing thrilling in this. Total trailer fail, if you ask me. Oh, boy. I don't know. Number 2 is a close race to the bottom. Please Don't Feed the Children. It just looks like it has too many elements. And finally, I guess at the top would be Xeno, only because it might be funny, but unintentionally funny, because it kind of is. I don't know. Any one of these movies looks like torture to watch to me. It really does. They just look boring. There's no real great ideas here. They're just pieces of other movies stitched together like a bunch of Frankenstein movies. I mean, all the things you could do with aliens and science fiction, this is what they choose to do. I don't know what statements they're making. And I'm a little surprised at Kevin Hart. This is the kind of movie you're going to finance and greenlight? This Xeno movie? That's the only reason I put that one on top, because it might be kind of amusing. This is the one with Kevin Hart. At least it'll be kind of amusing. It should have been a flat out comedy. I mean, Kevin Hart is producing it. Make it a comedy, dude. And then Kevin Hart fans will come and say it. I don't know. Maybe let's see if Kevin Hart wrote the movie. That would be a huge plus. Director and writer Matthew Lauren Oates. No. But you should make it. I say you should have made it a comedy. Let Kevin come in, punch it up with his jokes. Then you could have really had some. I don't want to see any of these movies. I just honestly don't. What has happened to movies? What has happened to sci-fi? It's like, is there any smart people? You got to recruit smart people to do sci-fi. It's bottom line. You can't fake sci-fi. You just can't. It is a nerd level movie. If you don't have a good nerd helping on this script, I don't know what to tell you. You're crazy for even going down this path. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan somewhere behind me. Thanks for tuning in today. Tonight at 8 o'clock, I will be on the American Werewolf podcast talking about the movie Kurosawa's Rant. Friday, I will be... Where am I going Friday? Oh, yeah, the Bridgeton Library at 5 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Saturday, I'll be at Lucille's Luncheonette, weather permitting, from 10 to 2. And Sunday, I'll be at I Heart Horror ice cream event up near Sayreville. Again, weather permitting. So they've already postponed it once, so I hope it comes together. But lightning, that's no bueno. We'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.